Welcome. This is Scott from My Lushy Ward. We're back, part 2, the Geels Northeast Loop. It's on the same side as the Trailhead. It's the only loop, so you could really call it the East Loop. It was a great ride. It was a little dusty. The sun was out, pleasant weather, and we enjoyed the heck out of this ride. Had great conversation and a lot of fun riding. I am starting to run out of trails to ride for the first time. When I do ride a trail for the first time, I like to document the whole thing so people can have it to watch the entire trail, and then they know whether or not they want to ride that trail. So I want to thank you for stopping by the channel and enjoy the video. Yeah, so I probably took the cheap route out, I guess. Maybe, yeah, I think I took the cheap route out. Not that I'd do that. If I knew there was another option, I would do that. I usually always go for the more deluxe approach, just because if it means it's going to be more comfortable or more flexible, I would do that. Okay. Sounds good. I think we're going into an open area. Lots of stump gators, I'm sure. Well, maybe we're not going into that. I'm feeling pretty comfortable on this quad now. You know that really tall hill that we went up a while back? That sand hill? I went too close to the tree on my right backside, but it did a good job flexing the side, so I was happy with that. I thought I was going to look back there and it was all going to be tore up, and it wasn't. Okay. All right. I don't feel bad now. Yep. Oh, Kyle loves to point that stuff out. He loves it. He loves it. Yeah, that's a nice trail system. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, it's possible it might not start. It happened to me just the last ride. Well, now I know what to do for a field repair. I've got a torque. I don't know, it's T20, whatever it was, T25, whatever. I've got all the T's. I don't like how they buried it, but you have to take 4 screws out and then unpop it's pretty easy once you do all that. Now on the Polaris, on mine, yours is I think a better thing because you can flip up your thing and then just take the little 2 plastic turn things and then pop that whole bin out, and then you have access to everything. On mine, I have to take, I have to take 4 screws out, and then take that middle section out, and then I have access to my fuse box. So I guess between this one and my Polaris, it's really not that much different. Say that again. Yeah, there's, I mean, that 570 rock and rolls too, but you can just like, it's a single lunger, so you can hear that single pop, 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 like you can with Jims too, you know, Jims. So this is a smoother, yeah, this thing really gets up and goes. So, I mean, if I go up to Bull Gap and try to climb that hill, with the 570, I could climb it, but if I stop in the middle of the hill, I'm not going to be able to climb it. This I could stop, and I'm sure that I could get back. I could start and go back up it, you know. Did I find something to use? What? Yeah, so the story with that is I, back in April, I saw this sitting at Lakeside, okay? I wasn't looking for used, I just saw it at Lakeside, and I went up to it, and, you know, I asked about it. It had 67 miles, 65 miles, whatever it was on it. And I thought, well, how much do you want for it? And they wanted $10,600 for it. And I said, okay, well, how about I'll offer you $9,999.99 out the door. And you have to do an oil change and an oil filter change. And they said, no, we can't do that. I think they might even start at 11.5. And then he countered, you know, but I wanted it below 10,000 so I could go talk to my wife about it and try to sell it. That it was below 10,000. So anyway, they weren't buying it, and I walked. Okay. So then we went to Branson, Jennifer and I, for a week for our anniversary, and she was so nice. She gave me a card because I do all of the she plans the Valentine's trips. I plan the anniversary trip, and then we plan each other's birthdays. Okay, and we keep it as a surprise to each other. Yeah, and so the Branson trip was the hardest trip that I ever planned in my life, even harder than any of the ATV trips. And what made it hard was, I mean, I'd do it over again. I mean, I had a blast, and she had a blast. Were the logistics of the shows and the tickets and trying to sync everything in so you can maximize the time we were there. That was the hardest part. But we stayed in a tree house. I'm doing a Trump right now. Sorry, I'm digressing. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Sorry. I'm so anxious to hear the answer to the question for Trump, and he goes down the rabbit hole. I was like, darn it, he got into the border again. You know what? Anyway, so that's what I did. I got into the Branson rabbit hole. So coming back around to the question, what was the question again? Oh, it was on the Canam deal. Okay. So she gave me a card. Yeah. She gave me a card on Sunday, and it said something really nice. And then she gave me and the reason why I think she wanted to give me a card was because she appreciated all the planning that I did. So she wanted to do something, and that was really nice of her. She gave me another card on Monday, another card on Tuesday, and then our anniversary day was actually Wednesday, okay? And then on Wednesday, she gave me an anniversary card, and in it, it said, okay, you can choose between a new canoe and a new quad. And that's your anniversary and birthday gift. I'm like, wow, that's generous, man. Thank you. And I asked her, I says, which one do you think I'm going to choose? She said, She said, the quad. And I said, yep. And so then the next day I called Lakeside and I asked if they still had this quad, and they said yes. And I says, what's the price? And he said $8,400. $8,400. And I'm like, about sometime in April, and then June 20th. Yeah. So somebody didn't get the memo there that there was an offer for $9,999. Somebody wasn't doing their job. So then I countered them. I countered them. I said, okay, I want it for under $9,000 out the door with an oil change, because $8,400 was the sale price, and then there was going to be sales tax, all that stuff, and it was going to be like $9,200 or something like that. It's about $800 worth the yada yada whatever. And I says, well, I want it under $9,000 with an oil change and a filter and a grease job. And they said sold. I think it was Greg Young, actually. He's an Eagles member, so I think he knew my wife. But oh gosh, what was I going to say? To see him. Okay. Oh, jeez. Yes. Yeah, I had a conversation with. I've worked with Ed before, who owns Lakeside. He had a couple of strokes. And then I had a conversation with, I think, is her husband down at Nielsen's? I don't remember. Okay. So, yeah. I wasn't going to buy from Lakes. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I priced out a new quad. You can't get a new 650 anymore. They don't have 650s anymore, okay? Canam stopped selling them after either 22 or 23. So I was going to get a 24. I priced out a 24, and of course the 850 Outlander, and it was going to be $15,300. So I'm like, geez, 9,000 versus 50. I'm taking the 9,000. I mean, Jennifer said I could get a new quad. She said, you can get it. It's your choice. You can get the used one if you want, or a new one. I said, well, in good conscience, I'm going to pick the used one because it's practically new anyway. And I wanted a 650 when back in 2022 when I saw them. And maybe I don't have to worry about the gas as much, the gas consumption. Yeah. And so far, I watched a YouTube video out there that somebody else had a 650, and they said it's really going through the gas. I have not seen that here. Now, maybe they drive like crazy. I don't know. Like Kyle drives very aggressively, so he goes through a lot of gas. But I don't, and I think that's where it probably, helps with the gas consumption. Maybe I'd do good on the 850. I don't know.
on gas consumption. But I figure bigger engine, don't need it all. I just don't need it, so. Plus the price was right. Yeah, I'm really happy. It came with the winch. It came with the, so it had the racks, of course. Those are standard. But what else would it come with? Oh, the handlebar, the guards. So I came with the guards, the winch. I think that was it. So I've added the racks, the box, the mirror, the U-mount, handlebar mount for my iPad. Might have been a couple of other things I've added, but no. Actually, when I tipped over, it was the only thing that didn't fall off. Casco, and I flipped it. It actually, you know, there's another rubber piece that goes in behind that's like a spider web type of a thing. Like, there's a grouse right there. Right there. Do you see it? Right by the stump, to the left of the stump. Yeah. So it's like a spider web, and it goes in behind, and then you can attach it to the corners. So if you're worried about it falling off, that thing, it is not going anywhere when that thing's on. And I've never, like, do I really need that? Because it's kind of a pain. And I've never had a problem, so I've just never really put it back on. It's pretty in here. I think the Cardo's working better with that app in the middle. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think we were in Bluetooth mode versus DMC mode. So. Kyle would have had that done in 1/10 of the time. Last night at 10 o'clock, I was fixing my speaker and my helmet, and but I was adding the microphone for the DJI mic because I didn't like where I had it before. And I just like, okay, don't forget your helmet now, it's in the house. Well, I would have Kyle's helmet to use, but oh no. Wow, those last 4 miles went by fast. My dogs are getting let out right now. tell you, when it's cold, this trail seemed a lot longer. I rode this in the wintertime the last time. I think it was. Maybe it was spring. Oh, yeah, I haven't. Oh, yes, I did. I caught those videos. I've had conversations with him. He wanted me to go riding with him. We haven't gotten together yet. I like his video format. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice that his wife likes to do it as much as he does. But he gets. I think he's 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers right now. So his format's working. My first goal on the channel, it's just more of a personal goal, was to document all the trails so people could just watch the trail in its entirety. And then I want to kind of change the format up, make them a little bit shorter videos that are a little bit more exciting. But I haven't quite found that formula yet. We'll see what happens. Somebody else, John, his name is, and his wife, we've ridden twice together now. And he said, my wife and I, it doesn't matter where we go, we see, like, oh, okay, we're going to go out to Scott's channel and we're going to watch that video. And then my wife, she'll say, this is him talking. My wife will say, no, the trees are too close. It's like we really find that information useful. We watch the entire video. Hey, Cardo, radio off. Are you still there, Keith? Somehow my radio just started. I don't know how or why, but sometimes your voice, like when you're talking, it interprets a voice command, you know? So you can talk to your Cardo by saying H-E-Y, Cardo, and then tell it to do something like radio on. Yeah. Yes, lots of stuff like that, yes. So anyway, she watches the videos and she's like, no, John, we're not going on that trail. So the last time Kyle and I were here, as we did this here, that tree right there, that tree was across. And so we pulled it over there. And it doesn't seem like at the time, I think it was full of needles and stuff. It was pretty heavy. Yeah. So I might cut that portion in to this video. But what happened on that video is I had stabilization off. Oh, that just makes for a miserable video. No, not really. It's the battery generally lasts about 40 minutes. Yeah, I think so. Like, it seems more tied to the resolution like if you have HD or 4K, you know, the higher the pixel count, it uses the battery up more. Wow. I'm gonna stop. My GoPro 7 sat there. Kyle, that was actually Kyle's, and he got a GoPro 8, so he just gave it to me, and I sat on that thing for about 2 years before I did anything with it. When there's a clearing, I'm gonna have to stop and change my battery. I didn't want to plug the trail up. I got enough battery to last until we find a clearing. So, good 99.99% chance that you put a battery in those GoPros and they'll work fine. Some things like, this 12 is just so, why do I need the 12? The 7 just was so darn reliable. And I bet if I put those Enduro batteries in there, that thing will last an hour, I'll bet. I almost considered going back to the 7. But the 7 has a fixed lens on it, and there's a few scratches on it, because I dumped in a canoe. Jim and I dumped in a canoe, and it went against the bottom. So there's just a few little, they don't really come out in the video, but on this camera, on this 12, you can replace the lens cover, which I've already had to do once because something happened. I don't know what. Scratched it. Oh wait, that would have been the place to stop, eh? Probably not in the sun. Well, I guess I'll do it in the shade. Whoop-de-whoops. This shade's nicer. Are you in the shade? Or enough room for you in the shade? Okay. Are you ready? All right. We're pretty far apart right now. Can you hear me, Keith? Okay, good. Looks like we got a left on that curve coming up here. Let's just follow the dust trail, right? Yeah. So Keith, on Thursday, don't know what time, I just thought I'd just throw it out there. Jim, Kyle, and I are going to be doing the Frederick South Loop. And what's that? That's this Thursday. Yeah, okay. All right. And then, what's that? Yeah, we'd be doing the South Loop, which is a little longer loop. It's 20-something miles versus only like 15. But and then from there we're going to Drummond Island, and then we're going to ride Drummond on Friday and Saturday. Full days of riding, whatever that means. And then Sunday's a travel day back. And Kyle and I might ride someplace else on the way down. I'm pretty sure Jim won't want to ride anymore after that. I took a wrong turn somewhere. I took the wrong turn, Keith. Can't let that happen. Sorry about that. I don't want to take the route back. Ugh. See if I can find it. I mean, it's smooth enough. I get the chattering away, and sometimes I don't pay attention. Did that close the loop? Was that the loop close? Oh. Well, son of a gun, that's the end of the trail. What? I don't remember that being in. What's going on here? Why is something not right here? What the hell is going on here? Blue. Back there.
I believe so. The boss will take us. You see where we just turned around right here and we passed. We'll go
Okay.
And then that takes us out down where we were.
All right.
We just pop off on the right hand.
Oh, I see. I got it. Okay. Went there. I just want to kind of. Okay, we're gonna cross where we went on the trail. I got it. Okay. So we're here. So yeah, you're right. I see that. Okay. Thank you.
Let's just come around 4 times that way to the back. Don't the back again, so help out.
All right, let's turn it around again. Hey, Keith. Keith, you got one coming. You got a side-by-side coming, okay? That was a big one. Okay. Yep. They'll enjoy that with you. Yeah. Don't miss these trails. All right, somewhere up here. Here we go. So I think it's. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yep, you're right. When you're going south, it's opposite for me. Still there, Keith? Okay. I love the intercom. Reliability went up to 100% so far. Who are you going to talk to, right? Is your neighbor going to buy a car? Did you get a pair or just get one? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, those things are annoying, aren't they? My latest one is robocalls. It actually comes up with robo. It's like, and they won't, like you pick up and they won't, there's nobody there, but they call me every day at the same time. I'm just getting so annoyed. So the GPX file that I downloaded had a piece, that section there on that road between the two 50-inch trails. For whatever reason, it was missing. And I know why the reason, because I don't download the 72-inch, the routes. But, like, on the other road, where I think that was a shared road, maybe it wasn't with the route, it was there, so maybe that was just maybe it was just a road, not a route, I don't know. But what I should have done is I should have used the track that I had laid earlier this year, and then it would have been complete and I wouldn't have gotten confused. But I didn't do that. It's all right. All of them. It goes all the way back to 2018. So they're really maintained out on the cloud, and if you want to use it, I guess they're all local. The data must be local because I don't have cellular on this iPad. I used to have cellular, but I don't. I can hook it up to my phone on a personal hotspot, and I can get. But I don't do that, and I can go to any route that's theirs, or any track that I've laid out and it's theirs. So the only thing that I can't do is, if I have it pre-planned, is the map layers. I have to download those ahead of time. So if I want the trail forks, or if I want whatever map layer you might want, you have to. There's all kinds of different maps, like snowfall coverage, cellular coverage, population. But then there's all the different layers of all the different topology maps and everything. And yet, so if, let's say I have 2 layers, because you can have as many layers as you want on Gaia active at any one time. You just have to highlight the region, like the entire 50-inch trail system, and then download the maps. And it will download that region, and then it's just like you're online. Okay. Right. I'm surprised that Musk has that expensive. Okay. Yep, we are. Yes. What's that? Yeah, it happens to be blue, but I'm laying it over top of red, and sometimes it's hard to see because the red. Oops, is that it? Nope, we go straight. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop so like that. That was where we came from, right there. That was. Now, what is that? You got any ideas here? Because yeah, so that trail right there, you just keep going straight. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, you figured out how to use that map system on that thing, didn't you? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I think this is it here, right? Yeah. You good at this? Yeah. So what do you do for Thanksgiving? That's coming up pretty soon. Excuse us. We go over to my mother-in-law's, which is right by our house. It's like within 4 miles of our house, 3 miles. She cooks a turkey and everything that goes along with Thanksgiving. The torch hasn't been passed to Jennifer just yet. She talks about it every year, about passing the torch. Say that again? No, she grew up down in Cascade area. By Grand Rapids. It'd be on the east side of Grand Rapids. Oh yeah. Laco, she went to school at Laco for a while. I don't even know what town that is, Laco. It's east of East Grand Rapids, so like a little bit towards Lansing. She used to show horses. English. Yeah, what's that? Yes, it was. She had 3 horses, Arabians, and one of them got tangled up in a fence, and they had to put her down because she had tore up her leg so bad. I wasn't there for that. I didn't know her at that time. And then about, gosh, when was that? 2020 maybe? 2019? So there's Anna, Chloe, and I don't remember the third horse's name. But Anna was having problems. She was kind of floundering, and Chloe was tied to Anna, like as far as companionship. A couple of years younger. But anytime Anna is gone out of there, like if Jennifer went riding with her or something, Chloe just misbehaved something terrible. She just had fits. And so when Anna floundered, and she had to be put down, the decision was made to put Chloe down, even though she was, there wasn't anything wrong with her. It just felt like there was more compassion to put her down because she would have been miserable. Yeah. So that's that was on a Misiola Road. So that's like between Paris and Reed City. And she had 17 acres there, and then that got sold. And her mom, because her mom and the two of them lived together. And then we got married, and then she, of course, we bought a house together, we didn't. And then a couple of years ago, that horse thing happened with that, and that's when she bought a house close by our house. Yeah, she used to show at Kentucky and English saddle, and she's really good at it. Watch out. Right before that tree on the left, there's a stump gator sitting there. I know that by experience because I hit it. Oh, the day that goes through for somebody is going to be a bad day. Yeah, I got to just check something real quick. I'm going to stop here just for a minute, less than a minute, like 15 seconds. I'm gonna have to change the battery before we end here. Maybe. Yeah. I might as well do it now. And that'll be the last battery change. I've done that before. Well, I don't think I told you about this. I think the month of June was a bad time for me. I've got 3 separate stories for you, okay? We'll see how good your battery is in your car, though. You're like, please, stop! All right, so my first one is, it all started when I took who was a retired Pharisite on a fishing. I was fishing with the Ferris group, okay? So we have a friendly competition on Thursday nights, okay? For bass fishing. And we came back, or I have to, like, when I take my boat out of the back garage, I call it the shop, I have to move my quad out, okay? Because I have the quad in front of the boat. So I have that and I leave that out, and then when I come back after I'm done fishing, I back the boat up in the garage and then I put the quad back in. Well, I unhooked the boat, backed it in the garage, unhooked the boat, and then I pulled forward with the Jeep, and then I took the quad and put that in. And the guy that I had fished with, he was still there, and he came running back and he's like, Scott, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I was just cleaning up some of the stuff in the boat. He's like, but I was looking at him and I didn't see my Jeep anymore. Oh yeah, oh Jesus, right. I left it in drive. And it went really slow until it hit his vehicle. Oh my gosh. It didn't do much damage. I paid for all the damage that it did, but so then the next one was Kyle and we had worked on his quad after we got back from Ohio, and I even started earlier in the day, so I was kind of tired after we got all done with it. And it's like, well, we were going to go out to dinner, and I took a shower, and I was doing something at the front of his Jeep. I think I was tying his sandals or something because they were all wet, or something was all wet. And I put my wallet on the fender. Well, we all know what happens when you do that. You don't remember to pick it back up again, right? So we go to B-Dubs. He paid for B-Dubs, so I didn't even realize I had lost my wallet yet. And then I get a call where I get a Facebook Messenger post. Hey, Scott, I got your wallet. I had no idea who this guy was. I'll meet you at the old Collision Connection, which is right by my house. No, I didn't. I mean, that was within like an hour and a half time frame, maybe 2 hours most. And so I go, I meet him, and I get my wallet. My wallet is it looks mangled. I mean, it looks like this thing went through a wood chipper, okay? Not quite that bad, but anyway. But there's really nothing in it other than a couple of business cards. I had $420 in cash in it. No, everything, my credit cards, my driver's license, my CPL permit, everything was gone. So, because one thing in that wallet had my name on it. It was maybe a bank card, maybe it was a membership card, I don't know what it was. He looked me up on Facebook, saw that I lived in Big Rapids, and messaged me. Yeah. So he said, well, I found it right over there by that tall pile of grass there. So that's where I found it. Like, okay. So I got over there and I looked. Fresh grass clippings. Okay. And I'm like, oh no. Well, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to park. It's starting to get dark. I guess I'm just going to look. So I got to walking and I found one of my bank cards. It was all cracked and crazy. Found another bank card. Found a $20 bill. I had like, I think I had like 10 20s and then, no, I had 11 20s and then two $100 bills. Something like that anyway. And I found another 20 and I had $60 of the $420. And I maybe found another card or whatever, and I'm like, I found some receipts and found some other receipts that were all shredded up from a lawnmower cutting. And then nothing more on that side, so I thought, well, maybe, because it was a little windy, so I went to the other side of the road, started looking, found some receipts, found a $100 bill, then another $100 bill, another 20, another 20. I ended up finding $400. And then I found my wallet, I found part of my wallet because there's a little insert that has a driver's license and the CPL permit. Another bank card, that was there, and it was pristine too. My driver's license and my CPL permit. And my bank card, that was pristine. All the money was pristine. None of it was cut up. So my wallet never got hit by a lawnmower. It was on the road and it kept getting beat by tires running over it. So anyway, the next morning, my wife and I went down just to make sure we didn't miss anything, and I found another $20 bill. So then I found all $420. And all that money was from the Ohio trip, everybody paying me their portions. I normally don't carry that amount of cash around. I'd rather deal with it differently, but Jim likes to work with cash. So anyway, I just hadn't had the chance to take it to the bank yet. So that's story number 2. I lucked out on that one. And then story number 3 is just more of a ditz story. At this point, I'm telling my wife, I think you need to take away my keys. You need to get me some evaluation and make sure that I'm all right, because something's not right with me. And she says, no, you're fine. You're fine. Stuff happens. Okay, all right. So then she makes some chicken or some egg salad for me. And I love her egg salad, but she was using these eggs that somebody at work had given her, and they're like normal hen-laid eggs like that. Well, they're all hen-laid eggs, but it has the coating on the outside, so they keep it at room temperature. Well, she didn't like the way they smelled, but she had already committed herself to making the egg salad, so the egg salad was sitting in the refrigerator, and I'm like, well, I don't want her to have spent that time. You know, I'm going to eat the egg salad. So I did. I did not like it, okay? And so when she got home, she said, well, how'd you like the egg salad? And I said, I'm sorry, everything about the egg salad that you made, your part was great. It was the eggs. I didn't really like the eggs. Maybe it's psychological. I don't know. Okay, so now what? We're going to go right. Okay, we're going right. Okay. And she's okay, all right. And then so she went to the refrigerator and she looked and she's like, well, how could you have eaten the egg salad? The egg salad's still in the refrigerator. I said, what are you talking about? There's the egg salad right there, man. What did I eat? It's just, well, my chicken salad's missing. Yeah, okay, that's how ditzy I am. I don't know the difference between chicken salad and egg salad, I guess. I don't really like chicken salad, so that's probably why I didn't like it. I mean, the meat probably should have been a clue, but I really wasn't paying attention. Okay. Oh my gosh. And then she said, now I'm officially worried about you, okay? All right, now all of YouTube's gonna know all three stories. Yeah. Yep, certainly is. Well, Keith, it's been a great ride. Really enjoyed the heck out of it. Thanks for the combo. It was nice. Yeah, the reason why I asked about Thanksgiving is I just wanted to make sure you had some place to go. Sounds like you're going with your daughter, yeah. And same for Christmas. We always have a get-together at Christmas. But then she has little get-togethers every once in a while. So next time she does that, I'll throw an invite your way if you're so compelled. Either way is fine, but it's a good time. I don't know, do you play euchre at all? Do you play games of any sort? Okay, all right. Okay. It's my wife's family's a gaming family, okay? Euchre probably is the favorite. Then there's a game called Dutch Blitz. That gets a little wild sometimes.
Another great ride in the books. I'm glad that I did this trail again. The reason is when I got mixed up on those roads and we doubled back. I believe Kyle and I, when we rode it earlier in the year, we actually took one of those other trails because we came in from the other direction. And that's notable from the standpoint of how we approached that wooden platform. And when we winched that tree, we were actually going in the other direction. But I know that we started the loop clockwise. So that's interesting. I'm glad we redid it because now on the channel, the trail has been done correctly to video in its entirety. It was a great conversation with Keith. I really appreciate him riding along with me today, or on this day. And it was great company, and I appreciate that. And a little dusty, but it was still nice weather, nice and dry, and lots of sunshine. So with that, I want to thank you for stopping by the channel and checking this video out. Until next week, take care.